What up, fam? Today I'm gonna give you guys my race recap of the Mount Dora Half Marathon that I did this past weekend. If you guys are interested in running the Mount Dora Half Marathon, I'm doing a giveaway of one free entry. Just comment down below if you guys are interested, and I'll pick a comment in a week's time. If you guys are interested in signing up before the 30th of this month, there is special pricing, so link in the description down below. Guys, check it out. Before we get into the race recap, make sure you guys smash that like button. It really helps the video. It tells YouTube to push the video out. So please, guys, if you can, smash that like button, and I thank you guys for your continued support. So the Mount Dora Half Marathon for me was all about marathon-specific simulation running. I am getting ready to run the Houston full marathon in January, so it was all about pacing, marathon effort pacing, wearing a heart rate strap to make sure I was in the right zone, dealing with the hills, the humid and warm conditions, and practicing fueling were the goal for the Mount Dora Half Marathon. My average heart rate for the half marathon was 163 beats per minute. Now my tempo zone is 161 to 168-ish, so I was a little bit into my tempo zone. I blame the hills, the spikes and hills. If you guys follow me on Strava, link in the description down below, but that's how my heart decided to respond today given the heat and humid and hills conditions. So guys, my biggest fear for this race or effort was bonking. Now if you guys have been following me for a little bit, especially if you guys have checked out my Chicago Marathon vlog, I had a legendary bonk in Chicago full marathon this year, and I've only run 2 other marathons, Jacksonville 2018 and CIM 2019, and both of those I bonked pretty bad. So my biggest fear today was actually getting through this training run without bonking. Now the total prescribed miles for today was 23 miles. So before the race I decided to do a 3-mile warm-up, but before the 3-mile warm-up I decided to take a gel. I took one of these Huma Chia energy gels, not sponsored. 3-mile warm-up, and then I decided to take another Chia gel right after that. And then got ready, put on some Alpha Flies, and got to the start and began the 13.1 mile trek at marathon effort in the Mount Dora Half Marathon. Now I'm gonna give you guys my splits, how fueling went, and how I felt, and we'll go from there. All right, so the first mile I went through in 5:17, got a little toasty, got a little hyped up with the starting, you know, with any race. The start is literally all uphill, probably about 85% of the first mile is all uphill, with the last maybe 15% or so just steep downhill. So my heart rate jumped up pretty quickly the first mile until I got to about the top of the hill and dropped back down where I wanted to be. So a little bit quick. Mile 1 was actually my fastest mile of the entire half marathon, so I decided to really back it off following into mile 2. Mile 2, 5:33. At this point, I am completely alone. There were, I think, 2 or 3 runners that were around me. Mile 1, I don't know how far back they were behind me for mile 2, but mile 2, 5:33. Mile 3, 5:26, still feeling good, still feeling the zone. Mile 4, 5:23. Now mile 4 in the Mount Dora Half is literally a steep downhill. It's about a 55-foot drop, so the relative effort was there. I know it seems a lot quicker, you know, compared to other miles and stuff, but it was right where it needed to be. I went through mile 5 in 5:37, and I decided to take a Martin Gel Calf 100 at this point. I also tried to grab water at almost every water station on this course, whether to be to drink the water, to practice the pinch grip sipping of water during an actual race, or to help to try to lower my core body temperature because it was humid and hot during this race. So I would take the water, pour it down, you know, the back of my neck, down my shirt, on top of my head to try to cool myself off a little bit. Mile 6, 5:22. Mile 7, 5:30. Mile 8, 5:29. Mile 9, 5:32. Mile 10, 5:36. Mile 11, 5:35. Mile 12, 5:40. Mile 13, 5:34. And then the last point 1, which was all downhill, was 5:04 pace, which is about, for the whole race, is about a 5:31 per mile average. So sorry for those that do their paces in kilometers. Convert 5:31 to kilometer pace on an online calculator. And since this is a 23-mile day, training day, I decided to take a gel after the race, and I had to go straight into a 7-mile cooldown. Within 3.5 miles of that 7-mile cooldown, I took another gel. At this time it was a goo gel at 3.5, and then I finished my training run at 23 miles. As far as the race went, I finished comfortably in 1:12:16. Pretty confident for Houston. I'm happy with that performance given the conditions, and really stuck to my guns about keeping the relative effort where I need to be, as in marathon effort. Today was all about simulation, not trying to kill the legs. We're about a month out from Houston. And guys, when I get to Houston, or in the next couple of videos, I am planning on doing a group meetup at Houston the day before for a shakeout run. So I'll talk about that in another video, as well as talk about my goals and my race strategy and plan for the Houston Marathon in January. All in all, the Mount Dora Half Marathon is a lot of fun. It is my second time doing it, my second time winning it. The first time I did it more of a half marathon effort. I ran a 1:09:50 on that course, albeit it was about like 10 degrees cooler and a lot less humid last year. But it's also a little bit challenging. It's got about 400 feet of elevation gain, which is, I think, is probably the hilliest half marathon in Florida. So if you like a challenge, if you like beautiful scenery, the lakes, Mount Dora as a town is a pretty cute little town in the middle of Florida. It's a cool place to check out and a cool run to do. Guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for when I post my next video. Love you guys. Catch you guys next time. Peace.